क्या आपको पता है हमारी बॉडी बहुत छोटे छोटे रूम्स से बनी होती है और ये रूम्स बल्कि कुछ नहीं हमारे सेल्स होते हैं। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द टॉपिक ऑफ सेल वॉल। सेल वॉल ये एक सेल को प्रोटेक्ट करने वाला सब्सटेंस होता है। इट इज मेड अप ऑफ सेल्यूलोज। एक याद रखो, जब पापा मारते हैं तो कौन बचाता है? मम्मी। सो सेल वॉल इज डायरेक्टली इक्वल्स टू योर मम्मी। Just remember this thing, cell wall equals to your mummy. The next topic is related with the cell wall, cell membrane. It is also known as plasma membrane and it is known as selectively permeable membrane as it allows only some substances to enter in while prevents other substances to go in and out of the cell. Now, one more concept comes here, that is homeostasis. Homeostasis stands for अगर कोई plasma membrane के बाहर changes हो रहे हैं, so it is not going to affect in the cell. So this concept is known as homeostasis. Just see the structure of plasma membrane here. Here the Y, this chain is known as carbohydrate chain, and these two layers which is known as bilayer is known as lipid bilayer. The thing which you see like a frog is none other than your proteins. Okay, so this was the structure of plasma membrane. Let's move to the next topic, that is the solutions. Now there are three types of solutions. Isotonic solution. This solution is usually same in the proportion, means water content is same. The next thing is hypotonic solution. Here inside the cell the proportion of water is quite less and outside the cell it is quite greater. So in this way the water enters the cell. Next is your hypotonic solution. In this the water is very high in inside medium and outside medium it's very less, so that the water comes out of the cell. It is also known as plasmolysis. Our next concept is nucleus. Now inside this nucleus one small wall is created and it is known as nucleolus. See here the chromatin, you can see the gel like substance, it is known as chromatin, and the spores which are very small, these are known as nuclear pore. And here this membrane which is protecting, it is known as nuclear membrane. As we saw the plasma membrane, it is also. One thing you should remember, cell wall is present only in plant cell, not in animal cell. Here now see nucleus. Nucleus function is generally to control the metabolic activities. It stands for the release. The activities in which there is release, that is known as that is known as metabolic activities and also the cell division. The cells are dividing. This control is also nucleus. And see, this transmission of hereditary characters, it means it is involved in transmission of hereditary characters. You may have seen, जब आपके मम्मी पापा आपके तरह दिख रहे होते हैं, the only thing is DNA. ये एक एसिड होता है, deoxyribonucleic acid, which helps to resemble you like yourself and like your parents. Next thing is endoplasmic reticulum. This is a net-like structure and this is the organelle which conducts various substance inside the cell. It is a net-like substance. Basically, this have two reticulum, smooth and rough endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum synthesis the proteins and it is the framework that supports the cell. Here, the main function of this endoplasmic reticulum is to synthesize the proteins. That's all. And the toxins which have entered our body are flushed out of the body by this endoplasmic reticulum only. Here you can see the white and very small pores. These are nothing but the ribosomes. And the big circle present here is your nucleus. Next topic is Golgi complex. It contains sacs which are known as cisternae. You can see the hollow sacs present here. These are only known as cisternae. See, the proteins coming from ER are enclosed in vesicles. Here you can see the vesicle, secretory vesicle. These are the new coming vesicles. These are the secretory vessels. This coming from vesicles, these are coming from ventricles and through Golgi complex, and then this is pushed down by the cytoplasm. This cytoplasm is a new concept. Cytoplasm stands for a liquid between plasma membrane and nucleus. See, this Golgi complex is nothing but a packing department which dispatches the substance to different targets like enzymes, mucus proteins, etc. and dispatches them to various targets like plasma membrane, lysosome, etc. Okay. The next concept here is vacuoles. Vacuoles are the storage sacs which contain solid and liquid contents. Now see, it doesn't have any typical shape. Now here the shape which is seen here is like a oval or mitochondria. So it can be of any shape. It does not have a specific shape or size. Now see here, this white part is known as cell sac. This is central vacuole and this is tonoplast. This is the basic structure of vacuoles. What these vacuoles are doing to maintain the osmotic pressure of the cell and to store metabolic byproducts and end products like glycogen, proteins, water, etc. Okay. Now, in animal cell they store waste products, while in amoeba it stores food before digestion. डाइजेशन होने से पहले जो फूड होता है वो स्टोर किया जाता है अमीबा में, एंड इन एनिमल सेल दे स्टोर वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट्स like this. Okay, in plant cell vacuoles are full of cell sac and they provide turgidity, means strongness and straightness to this cell sac. Okay, now the concept is of mitochondria. Mitochondria is generally known as powerhouse of the cell. These the folds which you have seen here, these are known as cristae. Now in the outer membrane, this outer membrane is quite porous and this inner membrane is deeply folded. Okay, and this contains the proteinaceous gel which is known as matrix. You can see the proteinaceous gel here which is known as matrix. This is the outer membrane, this is the inner membrane. Okay, now this mitochondria has a very big function. It stores the energy in the form of ATP. It is an energy rich compound. The formula for this ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Now here the second function of this is synthesis of proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, etc. by using the same energy which is adenosine triphosphate. Now the last concept which comes here is plastids. Plastids are nothing but they give color to various parts of the plant. Here I will tell you the color of the plant part and their pigment. Now see here, green. Green is the color of the leaves. The pigment of that is chlorophyll. The thing because of which the leaves are green is the only thing that is chlorophyll. Next is orange. Orange, example carrot. Carrot is red, orange because of carotene. The pigment present is carotene. Now yellow. Like you may say lemon. Here pigment is xanthophyll. Because of that only the fruits or parts get yellow color. Now see purple blue. This is also one part of the plant. So the thing because of which this purple and blue color is given to that part of the plant is nothing but the pigment, that is anthocyanin. Anthocyanin is very important. This is the pigment which gives color purple and blue, and because of this pigment various parts of the plant are colored. Okay. Now next is betalains. Betalains, here you can take the example of beetroot. Beetroot is dark pink. So the thing because of which the beetroot gains color is only betalains pigment. Okay. Now here there are three types of plastids, mainly leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. In leucoplast, these are white or colorless. In leucoplast, there is involvement of synthesis of food like starch, oils and proteins. In chloroplast, it converts solar energy into chemical energy. Chemical energy in the sense they convert it into the food. The last is leucoplast. Leucoplasts are involved in the synthesis of storage and storage food like starch, oils and proteins. Now chromoplast. Chromoplast give different colors to fruits and plants. So here I explained you the three topics which was chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. Now see, here if you will observe the State Board, Maharashtra State Board textbook of science, you will get to know on the 73 page there is a work of institute. This is the NCCS, National Center for Cell Science. It is an independent institute working under biotechnology of Government of India. There is involvement of cytology. Okay, and it provides services for the National Animal Cell Respiratory. This is the only thing which is given in this 10th chapter. Only lysosomes is the remaining part that we will explain in the next video. So comment for the next part of the video.